Hi guys, I hope you're all well. In this video I want to discuss, is clean eating preventing you from achieving your fat loss goals? Now the reason why I'm bringing this up is, in my opinion, this is one of the biggest reasons why people are failing to achieve their fat loss goals, especially if they're already relatively lean. Now if you have a significant amount of body fat, focusing on clean eating, which doesn't really mean anything, but most people would say it's about avoiding processed food. By doing this from a very overweight position, by consuming mainly single ingredient whole foods, you're going to create an energy deficit pretty much by default, because for you to maintain this overweight position, you're going to have to eat a lot of calories to maintain that weight. So by just eliminating processed food, you're going to easily create an energy deficit because you'll be consuming less calories than you were previously. However, if you're relatively close to your body weight goals or your body fat percentage goals, it's really critical that you come away from this clean eating mindset. And that mindset is basically judging foods in isolation as opposed to looking at the most important factors, which are the daily calorie intake, the daily protein intake, the daily carbohydrate, fat and calorie intake. The reason why is these figures will dictate whether you're in an energy deficit or not, which is needed for fat loss, whether you're at maintenance calories or if you're in an energy surplus. And that's where, in my opinion, so many people are going wrong, because they're just focusing on whether a food is healthy or not, as opposed to how many calories they're actually consuming within the day, and are they creating the energy deficit needed for fat loss, because we must be within the energy deficit to lose body fat. If you're not going to achieve your fat loss goals, regardless of how healthy the foods you're eating are. And this is especially important for some of the dietary fats. For example, nuts, nut butters, oils, things like avocado, things like this, which are healthy foods, lots of micronutrients within these foods, but they're very calorically dense. And therefore, if you're taking this clean eating mindset to these foods, it's very easy to overconsume them to the point where you're wiping out the energy deficit needed for fat loss. You can easily add a few hundred calories just by adding an extra handful of nuts, an extra tablespoon of peanut butter, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil to your foods. These foods that are considered healthy, which they are, but you need to still remember that calories do count even within these healthy foods. So it's just really important to note that it's a good thing that you're mainly focusing on single ingredient whole foods to make sure you're not having any micronutrient deficiencies. But if your goal is fat loss, we must still be in that energy deficit. We must still be burning more calories than we're consuming, and make sure you're still actually tracking those daily totals, which are protein, the daily calorie figures. Those two factors are the most important factors with regards to nutrition within the fat loss phase. So hopefully that's been useful. If you've been focusing on clean eating and not achieving your goals, this is why. In short, you're over consuming your calorie intake. Even if you're just consuming single ingredient whole foods, typically healthy foods, you need to start tracking these and making sure that you're creating that energy deficit needed for fat loss. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.